Hey everybody, welcome on into the Delmarva Sports Insider, your go-to sports show here on the shore. I'm Sports Director Brandon Bossert.
What's up? It's your Shirley Sports Anchor Devin J. Martin. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Playoff basketball is finally here on the shore and in Delaware, Brandon.
Yeah, the regular season may be over in Delaware, but we do have a big weekend coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, we got a lot of fun really at Dover High School. That's where the place to be if you want to get some Henlopen Championship action for the Henlopen Conference Championships for the girls and boys. Bragging rights are on the line, and it's fitting that these games do take place at Dover.
Yeah,
because
it really is.
The Senator squads, both of them,
dominant.
They have been dominant. Both the boys and the girls, they won their crown, the Bayside North Crowns this year. Boys 18-2 on the season, unbeaten against a Henlopen Conference opponent as a whole. Those two losses earlier in the season by a combined 2 points. One of them was against Decatur in the Governor's Challenge.
And the other one was against 19-1 St. Elizabeth. So this team is a championship contender. They play the winners of the South, Seaford. The Blue Jays nearly running the table against the South, a 13-1 record against the Henlopen South this year. And very impressive with them losing most of their starting five from last year. Devin, who you got in this matchup?
I definitely are going to have to go with the Senators. I want to give a special shout out to the Seaford Blue Jays, though. They definitely had a lot of turnover, but they've been able to have not even just a good season, bouncing back from all the players that they lost last year, but a great season. A great season. 17-2 is fantastic. Obviously running the gauntlet in the Henlopen South, but I just think Dover is on another level. I think Dover is actually a title contender, while Seaford is just on a level below.
I think Seaford at least makes it a game. All right, the brackets have been finally debuted, and we know where our local teams will be playing coming up next week.
Yeah, we're just days away from playoff basketball getting underway, and it turns out our two Henlopen champs have earned byes. So Dover, Seaford, they won't have to play in the first round. Obviously, they'll be in the Henlopen Conference title. We just talked about that. And Dover's is the 2 seed. Seaford is the 7 seed, Brandon.
Yeah, a couple of all of the Henlopen, or all Henlopen matchups in round one. We have 15-seeded Lake Forest hosting 18-seed Laurel. That should be a fun matchup. Can the upstart Bulldogs upset the Spartans? Winner of that game will take on Dover in round 2. Meanwhile, Central hosting Cape Henlopen. Winner moves on to play at Sanford. Two other teams making it into the tournament. Number 20 Smyrna playing at DMA, and number 22 seed Woodbridge is at Appoquinimink. So any interesting matchups, do you think, Devin?
That's definitely, I like the Laurel and Lake game, and it's just whoever can win that game that faces Dover. I think those two teams, specifically Lake Forest, they've been really good this year, and I want to see if they're going to be able to, if they can, I think they can beat Laurel, and if they do, it's kind of getting ahead of things, but I think they can beat Laurel and then take on Dover and see if they can give Dover a run for their money.
I'll be interested to watch Cape Henlopen and Sussex Central. Those two teams just seem really close to each other. A lot of flaws with both of those teams, but a lot of heart as well. Should be a great matchup between two North contenders. All right, over to the girls' side now. We have an interesting matchup coming up in the conference championship game. 2 16-win teams.
Yes, yep. Dover squeezing by Cape in the north, 16-4 overall, facing 16-4 Woodbridge. The ladies tip things off at 1, and the boys will then follow at 4. So then we'll be gearing up for DIAA playoffs, obviously, all week. So, yeah, that girls matchup, obviously, Dover and Woodbridge. Both teams are really good. Dover, the Senators, the lady Senators, really, really fantastic.
Yeah, they are able to rebound. They have shooting as well, but it'll be interesting to see if Reagan Robinson and the Blue Raiders can keep up with them coming up tomorrow, because Dover has been fantastic this year. We have seen them win a lot of great games. And now let's take a look at the state playoff bracket for the girls. We have 7 local teams going for that title. And Delmarva Christian at the 7th seed, they are the only first-round bye winner among all the teams from the Henlopen and down south here. The winner of the 10th-seeded Dover against Charter School of Wilmington game will take on them. And Seaford is the 12th seed. They take on Wilmington Friends.
Yeah, Woodbridge is number 11. They will be facing Early College, who's seed number 22 in the first round. And then Lake Forest takes on Odessa, and Cape Henlopen, they're the 18th seed. They're going to be facing St. Mark's on the road. And Smyrna, the final seed in number 24, facing on Archmere. So that's going to be really, really good. We got a couple teams, the 7 teams that are in the state championships, not state championship, but the state playoffs. So we're going to see who's going to be able to go farther. My money is Woodbridge is a really good team. Seaford is a team that I think that can advance.
Seaford's been hot recently.
They absolutely have, and obviously Dover. Those are the 3 teams, in my opinion, to watch out for.
Well, hey, Delmarva Christian went 19-1.
Yes, but they
Put
also
a little respect on the EASIAC, baby.
But I think again, Dover faces plays in the first round, and then the next round they have to play Delmarva Christian. I think I would pick Dover to beat Delmarva Christian.
All right, let's move over to Maryland now. We think we have some state title contenders there as well. Let's start in the 3A. Just one matchup coming up in round 1.
Yeah, Bennett's going to be traveling to face Arundel. Winner plays top seed Decatur. And then 2 matchups in the 2A. Brandon Parkside hosts Kent Island. Obviously, these 2 teams met last year, ending in the infamous fight. Hopefully, things can end a little bit differently, and the game
Hopefully
can actually
they can finish the game.
Yeah, the game can actually finish this time. And then North Carolina will play at Y High. And then in the 1A, Crisfield and Washington meet at the home of the Crabbers. Pocomoke hosting North Dorchester. St. Michael's travels to Kent County. And then the first round for boys will take place on Tuesday. Second round taking place on Thursday.
I just want to take some time to mention this for Bennett. They went 16-4 this year. There's 5 teams in their region, and they were 5th place in that region.
Yeah, that region's crazy.
Absolutely a gauntlet when you've got Decatur as the number 1 seed, 19-1, and you've got Bennett at 16-4. Oh, and you guys got to go on the road in a 4-5 matchup. That is just brutal.
Yeah, that is tough.
But you know what? We've got a couple of 1A title contenders with Snow Hill and Cambridge South Dorchester, and I think that Decatur can also go very far in this tournament, at least to states, potentially to the Final Four.
Yeah, I think those are the 3 teams when it comes to any championship, state championships here to the shore. Those are the 3 teams that, you'd have to put money on that would be able to get that done. Obviously, the Snow Hill.
Who do you think has the best chance? Because we're looking for a championship team for the first time since 2016 with Pocomoke.
Yeah, so out of those 3 teams, I think the 3A is just too tough. Decatur may be the best team overall. Maybe. Obviously, Cambridge beat them in the Bayside Championship.
You can't say Decatur's the best team overall.
I said maybe. But I just think the 3A is too strong.
We just saw them win.
Again, but it was tough. There was a lot of injuries.
Y'all were the best team this year.
Listen, there was a lot of injuries in that game. Cambridge definitely deserved the win. But I think, honestly, I'm going to go with the Vikings. I think the Vikings have the greatest chance to win their region or their division and bring home a state title in that 1A. Winning a 1A state title, still extremely difficult, but winning a 3A state title, I think it's just Decatur has too much of an uphill battle, while I think Cambridge just has what it takes to get it done.
Yeah, I think Cambridge has a lot of heart and grit on that team, and they've got some great shooters as well,
great
some great
coaching
ball handlers.
as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Sean Tucker does a great job with them. All right, who do you think has the best chance to compete for a basketball title in Maryland or Delaware? Let us know what you think on 47 ABC Sports social media pages right now. Now that the regular season is over for both Maryland and Delaware, let's review some of the top plays from this season, starting with number 5 for Decatur. It's Mr. Tribe Wise, game against Y High, slamming down the tomahawk chop.
Now, we're going to get to a lot more plays as well. Number 4, only 1 team was able to knock off the Vikings during the regular season, and it's the Queen Anne's Lions. Hollis Branch, down 2, gets the bucket right there at the buzzer, gets fouled and 1, ties the game. He'd make the free throw to win the game right there.
I'm glad you didn't put the free throw.
Oh, yeah, that's not but the whole play itself, extremely impressive.
I'm just thinking about a free throw being the number 4 play of the season.
I mean, it was great, but not as great as number 3, Darius
Miller winning it at the buzzer with that game-winning jumper. That was fantastic as well.
Now, I think this could have been number 1 right here, Brandon. You were at that game. LaShawn Moody going the length of the court.
No one thought Cambridge was going to win that game entering the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they had so many players out with injuries. They were down by so much going into the 4th quarter, but he gets the game-winning layup at the buzzer to beat Salisbury School in overtime as well.
And to number 1, our top play of the year, Decatur. Dover in the Governor's Challenge. Kareem Bolden, pull-up, jumper. It's good. Handing Dover one of their only 2 losses of the season. Man, ice water in his veins, Mr. Kareem Bolden.
That's what, 3-4 game winners close or at the buzzer
He has been a huge addition for this Decatur Seahawks team this year. That will do it for the A block. We're calling our first timeout. When we come back, though, we're talking with a Salisbury coach about his friend, former player, and now Commanders' new head coach, Dan Quinn. That's coming up next on the Delmarva Sports Insider.
This is Coach Bubby Brown, James M. Bennett Clippers, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.